Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. My name is Melissa. This is Empowered Gems Tarot, and in today's reading, we're going to be looking into your future spouse or partner, using inclusive language for those that may not choose to get married or have a spouse. Really, we're just kind of looking into that significant life partner relationship that is most likely headed your way. So in this reading, I'm just going to be mostly focusing on the person. So we're going to be looking at their qualities, characteristics, clues about who they are, and then we'll just kind of leave it open to see if Spirit wants anything else to come through for you to know about them. Also going to be looking into your cosmic contract with them using this Cosmic Contracts deck from Mystic Moon Oracles. I really love this deck because it helps us to see what we're learning from the other person. So I thought that could be kind of interesting to explore in this reading as well. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube. Tarot should be viewed as entertainment purposes only, right? So as a best practice, when you're viewing your chosen reading, if something feels confusing or it doesn't feel like it aligns for you, simply just release it, let it go, and accept that the message is not for you today. It's likely for someone else out there in the collective who chose the same reading as you. If you guys did want to book a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box down below. Personal readings are a great way to get a more specific read on your own personal energy and situation. If you find these generals on YouTube don't always hit the mark for you. I do also have a Patreon, which is linked in the description box down below. So if you ever find like you want more exclusive content, you can always follow me over there on Patreon. It's $6 a month, and there's lots of exclusive content that I make for members only. Members also do get 15% off services booked through my website, so that's another perk that I offer if you choose to join me on Patreon. But with all of that being said, now that we've gotten that out of the way, now we will go ahead and select your reading. So if you're drawn to reading number 1, we're working with the Housewives Tarot and this Peach Moonstone. If you're drawn to reading number 2, we're working with the Lover's Path Tarot and this Citrine. And if you're drawn to reading number 3, we're going to be working with the Old Style Tarot and this Strawberry Quartz, which is so pretty, so sparkly. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your future spouse or future partner, whatever term you prefer. And what is it that you need to know about them? Who are they? Go ahead and select the crystal or the deck that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Housewives Tarot and this Peach Moonstone, this is going to be your message. So today we're going to be looking into your future spouse. So whether you want to get married or not, we're just looking into like the energy of your potential romantic life partner today. Okay, so whatever term you prefer to use, that's what we're looking into today. And we're really just going to be centering this reading more on their qualities and characteristics and just anything generally that Spirit wants you to know about them. I'm also going to be looking into your cosmic soul contract with them as well, which I think will be kind of interesting. We're going to pull that toward the end of the message. So let's go ahead and jump in, Group 1. I'm going to start off with just a couple of pre-shuffled oracles to kick us off here. So who is this person? We've got the Whale Spirit. Trust the great mystery. And then we have the Rebel. Okay. That's really interesting. I'm already getting a couple messages here. So, Group 1. I just find it really interesting, right? You guys were drawn to the Housewives Tarot. So you may not have been like drawn to this for any particular reason other than maybe you were drawn to the crystal or the color, maybe the name, I don't know. But it's kind of interesting because this deck, as we're going to get into in a moment, it sort of depicts like the more traditional, old school, sort of like family vibes, you know, like in the 50s, like that kind of energy. And this person, I don't think is going to be quite like that because we have this rebel energy here. Okay, so The rebel talks about challenging authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. This person is somebody who is different, right? And I feel like Spirit is kind of giving you a little bit of a message about this too, right? Where my goal with this reading is really to focus more on who your person is so that you know kind of what their characteristics are. But I feel like there's a dual message here for you, group one, that this person may not be who you expect them to be. The whale spirit has this message of kind of trusting your intuition and trusting that spirit has a plan for you and that whoever is meant for you or whatever is meant for you will come to you in your highest good, right? And some things we're not meant to know, right? Some things we're not meant to fully know just yet. So I think even though we're going to keep going with the reading, I am going to try to get some qualities and characteristics, but I think what spirit is already pointing to for you, group one, is a need to trust your gut. And I need to trust that you're going to be provided a romantic partner, a spouse, who is the best fit for you and who is the right person for you in your highest good. And that you may need to be open to the possibility that they're not going to be exactly what you imagined. Because this person is a rebel. This person is not somebody who's into rigid systems or into maybe they're not that traditional, right? But it could be that at the time in your life when you meet them, that's exactly what you need. Okay. So let's keep going. The whale spirit is, it's giving me water energy too. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, those could be significant to your person's chart or their energy. To me, this shows somebody who's very deep, right? Somebody who's emotionally has a lot of depth to them. Somebody who, a whale is immersed in the water. Like, I don't think this person is necessarily afraid of emotions, right? They could be spiritual themselves as well, but maybe not in the traditional sense in that they practice a super strict religion, right? So let's see. What else, Spirit? Can you tell us about group one's future spouse or partner? Ooh, the Death card. That's interesting. What else? The Page of Cups. The Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys, group one. And then we do also have the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. All right. This person, I think, whenever you guys do meet them, there is this energy of them going through a pretty significant change. And I think they may be in this rebellious energy, or maybe in this energy of the whale spirit where they themselves are sort of just following their intuition, because I do kind of feel like this person has outgrown something pretty significant in their life with this Death card. This is literally showing everything expires, salmonella, right? So it's literally showing rotting vegetables and fruits and this expired, mayonnaise that is here. What does that say? Another fine food. They've outgrown something in their life. Something in their life has expired or gone bad whenever you guys meet them. And so they're navigating through a change in which they're kind of dismantling whatever structures or systems or practices or traditions that have been around them for a long time. They're kind of deconstructing and dismantling those things. Okay. You guys might find that you meet them when you're going through a period of change and transition in your life as well. But it kind of is an interesting connection that I'm seeing here with this rebel, because it shows me that this person is navigating through a change that's kind of rebelling them. It's pushing them out of something that is no longer serving them. And they may be really going against the status quo in their life. I think for this person, family is something that's really important or really ingrained into whatever this transformation is, because I'm noticing here how this little boy is kind of watering these flowers that represent his ancestors, right? It's like his grandparents, maybe his father here. And so it's just making me wonder if what this person is breaking out of is something to do with traditions, like deep-seated family traditions or values. And I feel like there's this sense of, I still want to keep these people happy, right? And that's this person's inner child with the Page of Cups, really wanting to make sure that as they navigate through this change, that they're nurturing these relationships, because I think these relationships are very important to them. And I think they're very foundational to them in their life. Right? It's interesting too. Like I almost feel like this little boy he's wearing striped pajamas, which is giving me like jail energy a little bit. Like I think sometimes this person can be a little like stuck when it comes to these family members, because they do love them a lot. They respect them. They want these family members to be happy. This little boy, it's like he's wanting to please his ancestors, his relatives, right? And so I think maybe sometimes there could be a sense of this person feeling a little imprisoned by that, even though it's not really accurate. It's more just like their mentality. Their inner child is eager to please these people, right? So that's just something that you're going to need to keep in mind. But I think it's part of what this person is growing out of. This person is very sweet with the Page of Cups, shy. I think while they do have a lot of emotional depth with the whale spirit, when it comes to emotional expression, they may be a little softer in how they express it. Maybe for some of you, even a bit emotionally immature, right? So they feel a lot. They have a lot of big feelings, but maybe the way they come across in their expression is a little shy or like childish or boyish, whatever. But the beauty here is that this person wants emotional harmony and resonance with you. I think you guys are going to feel it right away. I think you guys are going to feel really connected to this person. This is a very happy, very cheerful energy that I get from this with this Two of Cups. You know, shared and mutual reciprocity and love in this connection, which is super beautiful. This person may also be like, maybe they're into health and fitness, or like a meat diet or something like that. That's very literal, but judgment in the more like spiritual interpretation is, it's more about renewal and rebirths, second chances. Maybe when you guys meet them, they're coming out of a hermit period. And I think that judgment makes sense, right? Because it's like there's some sort of energy that they've been shifting out of. And so the Judgment card, it's talking about, you know, maybe when you meet this person, they're on the precipice of some sort of renewal or revival in their life. They're on the precipice of starting a new chapter, a new cycle when you guys meet. Okay. So we have Virgo energy coming up next. So this person could be a Virgo, sun, moon, rising, or just have Virgo energy that they bring. Virgo is going to be somebody that is of service to others. Virgo is going to be somebody who maybe is connected to the health or medical field for some of you. Again, like health and wellness could be important to this person. This energy of Virgo talks about how it's important to make the most of what you have, to really maximize on your resources. So I feel like with this person, when it comes to things like money or finances, I think they really try to maximize their resources. They could be like doing that through investing, or they could just be really conscious of their budgeting. But just in general, I think this is the type of person that doesn't necessarily throw in the towel right away if something isn't working. They try to work with what they have. Okay. We also have resolving conflict coming up. So this kind of ties back to this Page of Cups, right? This emotional sort of energy, like immaturity that this person potentially has. Because I do see there's like this dynamic shown here where we've got a masculine who's kind of hiding and sort of isolating himself when he's got big feelings, and we have a woman coming in and she's trying to like see how their hearts are connecting here with light, which is so beautiful. The woman is coming in kind of trying to console. So I think it's something that you guys are going to have to watch out for. Like with this hermit, I think that your person, because they feel so large, like they feel these really big emotions, but the way that they've learned to express them or carry them, it's kind of stunted. And I think it just has to do with something in their life that they have gone through recently. It could have just been like, even this person with Virgo's being of service to others. Maybe they work in some sort of, or have worked in some sort of field or industry where they were of service to others, and maybe they saw things that were really difficult, right? So they had to push that stuff down because they couldn't get too emotionally invested or too emotionally attached, right? Like, and so as this person's navigating out of that, I think, again, it's like a new opportunity for them to grow emotionally. But I think that they still have a hard time processing their feelings. And so you guys may find that when conflict arises, you end up kind of soothing and nurturing and trying to kind of like go to this person when they pull back and withdraw. So it's just something to keep in mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the worst thing ever, but I do see that as a result of this person's sort of emotional immaturity here. Okay. So let's continue. What else, Spirit, for group 1? What else should they know about this person? Ooh, we've got chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. Passion at the bottom. I think you're going to just click with this person right away when you guys meet them. Now, and then we have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation and starting off as friends. This friendship is leading to more. It's so funny that came up because one of the things that I was about to say, and I felt like you guys were going to get annoyed with me about it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sometimes with judgment, this can talk of second chances, right? Or sort of like renewing a past or present connection. So for some of you, I feel like this could be someone you already know, like maybe somebody that you have a friendship with or that you've already known in some other format of relationship. And we're making a decision in the future to come together in a romantic relationship with this person. So there's chemistry here. This person is with judgment and awakening. They're undergoing a spiritual awakening. They're undergoing a spiritual transformation. And I think that's a big part of why we have this death card here. It's like it's almost like this person has woken up to the fact that everything around them has gone sour. And it was like a very slow process in getting here, but I feel like it almost snuck up on this person and they were like, ooh, this is not working for me anymore. But it's beautiful because I feel like as they're releasing and letting go of those things, this is when you guys meet them. Okay. So let's see. What else, Spirit, for group 1? Their future partner or spouse. What else does group 1 need to know, please? We have healing. Yep, so they're going through a healing period. And look at this, you guys. I cannot make this up. Influence. This person is heavily influenced by their family still. Their parents, their grandparents. I feel like specifically in this card, it's showing grandparents and a father figure. So that could be significant here. But they're definitely moving through a healing period when you guys meet them. Their little heart is on the mend, which makes sense here. I kind of wonder for some of you guys with this person, like when they were a child, if they express their emotions, especially if this is a man, right? Because we know, especially in like Western society, men are sort of told you can't cry, you've got to suck it up. Like it makes me wonder if this person learned as a child that it was not safe to express emotion. And so this is like an area that's pretty underdeveloped for them. It's like they shut down and close off when their feelings get too big. You know, we do have caution coming through as well. Yeah, so I think when you guys meet them, they probably are a little bit guarded, right? They may have their guard up a little bit, but it's because they're going through this healing period. And the other thing that I'm getting from this for some of you is I feel like this person doesn't want you around whatever this mess is, right? Because this is like a stinky, nasty mess that this person has woken up to in their life that they're navigating out of. Metaphorically, of course. Hopefully there's not really stinkiness happening, but I just kind of get the sense that this could be a part of their life that they don't necessarily want to let you into all the way with this caution energy. Like it's taped off. I think it also is speaking to this person maybe having that tendency to sequester themselves, right? When they feel like they need their space. So just something to keep in mind. I think they are a little cautious, but it's interesting. Like I just see you guys really vibing and having such a beautiful chemistry between each other. And it definitely seems like something based in friendship, right? Friendship and love. All right. So let's look at who this is, and then we'll look at the Cosmic Contract deck next to close us out. So what else, Spirit, can you please tell us about group 1's future spouse or partner? Ooh, we have Leo energy. We also have long term, which definitely checks out for this reading. So Leo, That could be significant. Sun, moon, or rising, or fire energy. This person could be someone who's pretty outgoing, humorous, faithful, and generous. Weaknesses, patronizing, stubborn, and dramatic. Okay. Leo is leader energy. It's also about authenticity, right? And so again, I think that this person, I think they definitely have like a strong, confident presence. But I do think that there's still work to do when it comes to their inner child work. We have karmic coming through as well. So karmic partner, this could be somebody that you guys have been like karmically contracted with to meet up in this lifetime. And it looks like a long-term relationship. I'm just kind of wondering, like with resolving conflict, if that's the karma that you guys are working through. Like, because what I see in this card is someone who's having a hard time processing their emotions. Like, it's very clear to me that your person has inner child work that they need to do. And the woman is like over-functioning, in my opinion. Like, she's coming in and she's trying to rescue somebody who's pulled back, right? And so I'm wondering if that's kind of the karmic lesson that the two of you are learning through each other. Your person learning to take accountability for their healing and to take accountability for their growth and their emotions. And you maybe learning not to overfunction to the point where you're soothing or doing the work for them, right? So let's see what Spirit says about the cosmic contract with this connection, Group 1. What is your cosmic contract with your person here that they're showing us? Teacher, I will provide a valuable lesson. Interesting. Let's get one more. This person's a teacher for you. It makes sense with karmic. Like, they are here to teach you something. We do also have the energy of backstabber. I will shock you beyond belief. And then we also have enabler. I will try to do the work for you, like I was saying. Yeah. I think that's the lesson. I think you guys are going to be challenged to not overfunction for this person, to not overly nurture them, to not slip into being their mom, right? That's the lesson for you. I don't love the backstabber energy. I'm not going to lie. There could be something about this connection, and I'm not seeing it here, just in the initial energies, but I'm just wondering if there's something about this connection or this person, you know, as it plays out, where they do something that surprises you, that catches you off guard. Maybe it has to do with their emotional processing or their relationship with their family as well. I think you guys will just kind of have to see how it plays out. But it's pretty clear to me, this is like, it is a long-term relationship. This person is definitely going through change when you guys meet. They've got their healing work to do just like all of us, right? Nobody's going to be perfect in that regard. And I do see a really beautiful, like mutually reciprocal emotional connection between you and this person. So it looks really interesting, Group 1. I'm going to end it here, but comment below. Let me know if you guys think you know who this is. What are your thoughts? If you met this person, would you even give them a second look based off the energies here? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey, Group 2, welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Citrine Crystal and the Lover's Path Tarot, this will be your message. And today we're going to be looking into your future spouse or long-term partner, whatever term you guys prefer to use. We're going to be focusing in on qualities and characteristics so that you guys kind of can get some clues about who they are. I'm also going to be working with this Cosmic Contracts deck because I think this can be really cool for us to understand like the purpose of the two of you coming together in your union. So let's go ahead and we will jump into some oracle cards first. So who is this person? We've got the Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. And then we have the Artist, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Very cool. So Group 2, I think your person is a pretty hard worker with the Squirrel Spirit being here. I also kind of feel like your person is somebody who, like, especially with the Artist, I wonder if they do work that's more creative in nature. So Literally, they could be an artist, like a painter in the more traditional sense of how we think of that. But I feel like they do something for work, or they have a hobby, or they're known for something where it's a little bit of a unique way of earning an income. I'm almost kind of getting a little bit of the stereotypical starving artist trope from this. And the reason I'm getting that is because the squirrel spirit is here. And this energy comes up when we are in this space of maybe sometimes worrying about whether we've got enough to be comfortable, enough to feel good. And this talks about believing in yourself. So I think that this person has really struggled to make it in life. I think that they've really put in a lot of hard work, time, effort, and energy to cultivate whatever they've cultivated in their career. I think this person has also struggled with self-worth issues over the years as well, right? And so they have done a lot. Like, I'm feeling it in my solar plexus area, which is all about, it's like in your navel area. And this is all to do with like our confidence in ourselves, the way we show up, our willpower, our stamina. I think this person has been weak in this area or has had troubles in this area because I think what they are known for, what they're most passionate about in their life, again, I just keep getting like when it's connected to their income, there's always like this fear of there not being enough. But I do think this person is a hard worker, right? With the squirrel spirit, I think they're a hard worker. They could be the type of person that's really good with money because they've had to grind it out. So they could be like saving, have like a pretty good savings, or have good savings practices in place. I just think of them like stockpiling resources for some reason with that squirrel. So let's keep going. Group 2. Who is this person, please, Spirit, for group 2? Their future spouse or romantic life partner. What else do they need to know about them? Ooh, yes. The 10 of coins. I love that. Let's see what else. The Princess of Arrows, which is the Page of Swords. And we also have the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles, with an Ace of Arrows, which is the Ace of Wands at the bottom. Okay. So yeah, with this 10 of Pentacles, you guys, this person is very much about their legacy, their money. 10 of Pentacles is when we have worked really, really hard to get to a place where we've got like generational assets and wealth to be able to pass down to our ancestors. This person might have a family, but I don't know if I fully get that. I mean, we do have 2 princesses here, 2 pages. So maybe they have 2 daughters potentially for some of you, or a daughter, a child. But when I'm looking at this, this looks like the 10 of Pentacles usually has a family depicted in it, and this does not. This seems like it's more of like the emphasis on what have I built for myself? What have I cultivated? This gate is opening up, and we see this beautiful castle beyond. So I think this person has done a lot of work to invest in, you know, assets, maybe like real estate or just whatever. They've worked really hard to get to this place in their life, to where they have something that they can pass down to their ancestors or descendants, rather. This person, there's a lot of air energy here with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. You guys might meet them online, or they could have an online presence, but this person is definitely somebody who I think is going to challenge you to think differently, especially with that Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They could be sharp in their communication, or someone that is really intellectually inspired by like intellectual stimulation, and maybe that has to do with the art that they're in. It's more like intellectual for them. But the Page of Swords is definitely somebody who is more of a skeptic, right? They're kind of a skeptical communicator. This can be somebody who likes to ask a lot of questions, or who kind of observes from a distance before they speak, right? The Page of Swords is skeptical. They keep their distance. They are watching, kind of studying you. And the Page of Pentacles kind of confirms that, right? There's like this curiosity that this person holds. And I think when you guys first meet them, you might find their communication to be a little like distant or stunted, maybe even slow paced. Now, for some of you guys, this person could be in school when you meet them as well, with the Page of Pentacles being here, because that is very much student energy. So interesting with the 2 pages. There's a lot of different messages coming through for that. It may play out differently for each of you. We have Vesta. Ooh, and then we have creativity as well. I'm wondering if you guys meet this person online through something creative that you guys both, because to me, this almost looks like the two of you are going to enjoy this together, whatever this is that this person is really passionate about. Creativity, though, can also talk about like trying new things in your relationship. And so you and this person, something that you guys may bond over is maybe both of you have creative hobbies, interests, and passions. They might be different from each other, and you're both kind of bringing them together to experience the best of both worlds, or cultivating like a more exploration-oriented relationship where you guys are curious about new and different things or trying new things in your relationship. It's kind of just like this vibe of wonderment that I get from that. Right? Look at all the fun energy we have here. We've got like the hot air balloon. We've got this little wheel in the sky. Like there's something about the two of you just creating this life of wonderment and exploration and curiosity that's standing out to me. Now we also have Vesta here. This talks about I feel like this person is going to be very warm and welcoming when you do meet them, even though they may be a little distant in their communication. With this 10 of coins, the gate opening, like this is giving me the energy of this person is going to really welcome you into their space. They're going to really welcome you into their home, into their legacy, into their framework, whatever it is that they've built for themselves, a business, whatever. Like this is where their passion is. This is where their light burns the most passionately and the most steadfastly. And I do feel like they're going to be welcoming you into that space. I also feel they put a lot of effort into that. So it's just something to be mindful of. Like this person is definitely somebody who values hard work and who always wants to make sure that they've got something saved for a rainy day. So while I think they're going to welcome you into their world, I also could see this person at times being really, I don't want to say distracted, but they're very passionate about their art. They're very passionate about their legacy. They're very passionate about the work that they do, right? So what else can you tell us, Spirit, for group 2 about their partner? Ooh. We do have denial. This says, detach with love to clearly see the truth. Okay. Integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? And then we have finances. This says financial challenges are affecting this connection. Okay. So yeah, I definitely think the money and the finances are important to this person. You guys may have something come up with this person where your values might be a little bit different. The 10 of Pentacles can also sometimes talk about, like maybe this person has been married before. Maybe this person has, what's the word I'm looking for? Other family members, like their parents or their grandparents or something like that, where they have to consider like their tradition or their background or their family legacy. There could be something about that comes up with this person, because I really feel they're very connected to what they've built. And so it makes me wonder if there's a question that comes up around how compatible you'll be with this person when you start to learn more and kind of come into their world a little bit more in that way. We also have denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. This person definitely does have a detached sort of energy that I get from them, especially with these swords that are here. Like, I think this person is probably going to be someone that moves a little slower at the beginning, because I feel like they've been burned in the past. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, especially if this person does have money that they've worked really hard to build for themselves, it makes me wonder if they've been in a relationship before where they got like screwed over financially because they weren't seeing the person clearly. Like, I continue to feel like this cautious energy from them with the Page of Swords, where like they really want to properly vet you to make sure that they can trust you before they let you all the way in. And so I think this person, they may, when you guys initially meet them, have more of a detached energy with you. Okay. Let's continue. What else, Spirit? What else can you tell us about group two's future spouse or partner? And with this card talking about financial challenges, oh, and look at this, interference, and external parties intruding on this relationship. So yeah, I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, there's something about shared finances with someone else, whether it's like their parents, their grandparents, an ex-partner. That could be where the integrity energy is coming from too, right? When you guys first meet this person, maybe they are still financially responsible for someone else, right? So let's see. So it doesn't mean they don't have the money, but it's just like that's the financial challenge, is that the money may have to go to other responsibilities, even like child support or something like that, you know? We do have codependency. Yeah. And we have communication. But we do also have the beautiful energy of friendship here, which I love. So I think you guys will, I definitely feel that with this creativity energy. Like I do feel that you and this person are going to have a lot of shared interests and have a lot of fun together in your relationship. The communication being here is interesting because I feel like this person is maybe a little stunted in their communication. Like I think they can be kind of blunt at times with this Ace of Swords, but they're kind of someone with this Page of Swords that's kind of observing before they say anything, and they might still be working on how to communicate more clearly and effectively, right? But I think it comes from a place of wanting to make sure that they're seeing something with full clarity before they talk to you about it. Now, this codependency energy is interesting coming up. The first thing that I thought of when I saw this was this person is still chained to something in their life. And I feel like that's kind of the message that we've been getting with this Ten of Pentacles, right? And this finances energy. Like when you guys meet them, I think they are still maybe attached to something that once was. So it's just something that you're going to have to be mindful of. I don't see like a lot of signs of emotional codependency here. What I see signs of is more of a financial or resource-oriented dependency on, not necessarily on you, but on something external to you, something in their family or their relationship history, okay? So we're going to, this is super interesting. So we're going to use this deck next, the Who deck, to try to get some clues about who they are. And then we'll go to the cosmic contracts to see what the lesson is for you, group two. Like why you're coming together with this person in this lifetime. All right, Spirit. So who is this person? Who is group two's future spouse, life partner? We have Scorpio energy. Resourceful. Yes, that's exactly what I was getting with that squirrel. Passionate, determined, weaknesses, secretive, obsessive, and distrusting. This person could have a possessive energy too. Maybe it's something that's a little more subtle. It's like they watch and observe everything with that Page of Swords. We have coming in as a partner or companion, which is beautiful. That's what we definitely what we want to see. So they're going to show up as a partner, as a companion for you, group two. They're going to like really enjoy that quality time with you. One more. Oh, and we have soulmate. That is so cute. We also have Virgo. So lots of earth energy coming through in this spread with all the coins and lots of swords. Air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. All right. So group two. Let's take a look at your cosmic contract with this person. So why are you guys coming together with them? What's the lesson for you that this person is awakening in your soul? Ooh. We have backstabber. I will shock you beyond belief. Okay. That came up in group one as well, so that's interesting. We also have competitor. I will push you to try harder. Interesting. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got divine love. I will love you until the end of time. That's beautiful. So I think there's something about this connection that's going to, oh, look at this talent. I'm supportive of your dreams. Yes, exactly. And look, it's creative too, you guys. I feel like you and this person have something creative that you guys share that's going to like bring you together initially here. I think that this person is going to show you that unconditional love is possible. And this is beautiful, loving you till the end of time. I do think there is something about this connection where like maybe something happens sometime in the thick of it, where like something that you don't expect, right? With backstabber being here. But I feel like you and this person get through it and you end up, as the energy stands when I'm looking at it, it feels like, you know, it's the typical ups and downs in a relationship, right? Your soul is going to love this person until the end and vice versa. The competitor energy here is interesting too, pushing you to try harder. I think that this person is going to push you guys to level up in some capacity as well, group 2, especially with creativity and hobbies, because this person has really built like a legacy for themselves through hard work and dedication of their creativity, their creative hobby, interest, or work that they do. And so I think this is going to be somebody who's naturally very inspiring to you and somebody who's going to push you, right, to level up in a lot of ways. So it might feel a little bit uncomfortable at times because of that growth edge. But I think ultimately this shows me somebody who's going to be very supportive of your dreams and your goals and just want to push you to do better. I love that for you, group 2. Don't love the backstabber, but I guess those things can happen in relationships, right? So this is what I'm seeing for you, group 2. Comment below. Let me know a little bit about what's been happening in your love life and if you think you know who this person is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading really soon. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the old style tarot and this really cute strawberry quartz crystal, this is going to be your message. So today's reading is going to be looking into everything we need to know about your future spouse or a romantic life partner, whatever terminology you guys prefer to use. I know not everybody desires to get married legally, so I try to use inclusive language on the channel, but I digress. We're going to be looking into your future partner, your future spouse, and I'm going to start with some oracle cards just to kind of get a sense of who they are. We're also going to be looking into your cosmic contract with them. I always think this is really interesting to look at kind of the lesson, the why behind you two coming together. So let's go ahead and jump on in, group 3. So who are they? We've got the armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries. And we have the teacher. Okay. I kind of feel like when you guys meet this person, you might feel like they're a little guarded or they have kind of like a tough exterior. This person is definitely showing me somebody who is in a place where they're trying to make healthier choices and decisions in their life. And I think when it comes to you and just maybe their outlook on relationships in general, they really want to make sure they're setting healthy boundaries. I don't know why, but I feel like this person is afraid of enmeshment, or they may have experienced a relationship in the past where boundaries were not healthy. So I think that this person, I would just be prepared for them to say no to things sometimes, because I think that they're just trying to look out for protecting their best interests. Okay. Now we do have the teacher energy here. So this talks about the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. This person could literally be a teacher, an instructor, a facilitator, a professor. Like they could be in the teaching field professionally or in other sorts of ancillary ways. But I also think that this person might be a spiritual teacher for you, group 3. I feel like there is some sort of a lesson here already, even though we haven't gotten to that part of the reading, but I think there is some sort of a lesson here that's connected to boundaries, right? And connected to healthy relationship boundaries. So let's see what else we get, group 3. What else can you tell us, please, Spirit, about group 3's future partner, future spouse? What does group 3 need to know about them, please? Ooh, the sun. Ooh, strength. Lots of fire energy, Leo energy in particular. And then we do have the Nine of Wands. So there's like the guarded vibes. And we do have the Empress here at the bottom of the deck. So we've got Taurus energy, lots of fire energy, Leo in particular. Okay. This person, I think, is definitely somebody who's going to stand out to you with the sun. In fact, I'm also kind of getting this power couple energy from this with the sun. Like, I actually think you and this person are going to be really radiant together in union, in partnership. I think both of you are going to command attention. I think both of you maybe have like an aura, like a leadership aura or this glow about you. And I feel like when you guys come together in union, it's going to really shine very brightly. People are going to look to you guys as like this aspirational power couple vibes. But this person with the sun, I mean, the sun is beautiful energy because this can be someone who's very happy and joyful to be around. They shine a light where things are dark, which can be uncomfortable at times. And I think that can kind of come back to where we've got the boundaries energy coming in. Something that I do notice about this couple that's here in the sun is that they are together, right? They are together, but they are also kind of doing their own thing. Like they're not holding hands. They're not like enmeshed with each other. So I really feel like a big lesson in this relationship is going to be around like how you both shine as individuals and the things that you guys both have going on as individuals, how that can help make you better for a healthier relationship. It's like kind of about having that balance between union and our quality time in our relationship, but also having our own things that we do outside of that, which I think is beautiful, right? So I see that coming through. This person though, I think with the strength and the Nine of Wands, I do feel that they are guarded, right? I feel like this person with strength, especially when you guys first meet each other, I think that they're really attracted to you. The strength can talk about like physical attraction being like really high. And so I think that they are working on impulse control or mastery of their impulses, right? They may only allow themselves to get so close to you in the beginning because they want to avoid making an impulsive decision. Again, it comes back to them wanting to set healthy boundaries here. I also get a dynamic from this that's interesting where we've got like this woman and this lion, right? I'm wondering for some of you guys if this person might have a little bit of a fiery temper at times, or they might be a little bit like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they may have a certain, excuse me, like a certain like personality trait that's a little wild, metaphorically. But I feel like you're somebody that can kind of calm and balance that out for them. Like you have the courage to be next to them when they're going through whatever it is. This person is working on kind of like the strength through restraint, if that makes sense. So your lesson is strength through stepping up and leading when needed. This person's lesson is strength through impulse control and restraining certain aspects of themselves. So it's interesting. There's definitely a lot of like sort of mirrored energy that I get from this. This person with the Nine of Wands, again, they're guarded. I think they've been through a lot. I'm wondering with this Empress if they've been married before you guys, potentially, like, or if they've gone through like a divorce, or there could be something connected to like motherhood or mother energy for some of them. But they are a little guarded, and maybe it takes a bit for them to let someone fully in to kind of build that trust. And it just comes from a place of having been through a lot in their life. Again, this person, when you guys meet them, they're really on this self-care, sort of like, let me set healthy boundaries vibe, trying to make healthier choices and decisions for themselves. The Nine of Wands shows resiliency, right? They're continuing to push through the end of a difficult chapter in their life. And I think a big part of getting through that has to do with them setting healthy boundaries and making healthy decisions for themselves. The Empress energy is beautiful though. Like I do feel underneath it all, this is a connection that's going to feel really nourishing for both of you. Really nurturing, supportive, loving energy from this Empress. Maybe this is an energy they bring out in you if you identify as a woman, or feminine energy. Like if you identify with this Empress energy, this could be something that this person brings out in you through being with them. We've got Juno, partnership, and then we have reparenting yourself. Really interesting. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I needed some water. So Juno is interesting because this literally talks about partnership. And again, I do feel like you and this person are going to be a great partnership. Like there's that power couple vibe. But the core of Juno in this guidebook for this card, it talks about how it's really important that you're not getting enmeshed in your partner. So again, I think a big thing for this person is like, I want to have my own things to do. I want you to have your own life and your own things to do. And then we come together and we're better together. Juno is about being supportive to your partner, but not enmeshed with your partner, right? We're meeting together as equals and we are enhancing one another's lives. Nobody here is taking more than they're giving, right? And we still have an identity outside of the relationship. I think that's really important to your person. Now, this is where some of the lessons start to play out that I find pretty interesting here. So reparenting yourself is inner child healing. So I kind of feel, again, like your person in particular, because this is who we're asking about. I think that this person is in that space, right? When you guys meet each other, I think that this person has become aware of maybe their inner child wounds, and they're working on healing those inner child wounds. And I think specifically as it pertains to this Empress, I feel like maybe this person had a mother who was like smothering or too overly involved or didn't have good boundaries. And so I feel like for your person, this is part of the reason why they just really want to have some independence, right? They don't want to be in a dynamic with a partner who smothers them or mothers them or is like too enmeshed with them. Like they really want somebody who's bold and confident and who can like stand on their own and allow them the breathing room to do that as well, right? Like being the Empress in a relationship it's not about like leaning in so much. Like your person, I think they do get frustrated, they do get angry. Notice how in the Strength card, the woman is just standing very calmly next to this person. She's not leaning in. She's not, or not person, but the lion. She's not like leaning in, trying to hug it. She's not trying to smother it with kisses or like fix the problem. She's just there, just present, being present with this person or this lion in the picture, right? And so I feel like that's kind of the energy of this connection where like you guys, I think, are going to have to be comfortable with just kind of being present and letting this person work through what they need to work through and being a supportive partner through just kind of being, listening, but not necessarily jumping in and trying to mother them or fix it or nurture them out of it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So I think this connection really has the potential to be very healing because I think that this person, if you guys are kind of identifying with like, ew, I'm not like that in a relationship, and you know, I think that this could be a really healing relationship for this person. And maybe there's some reparenting that you're doing as well, group 3, through this connection. Some inner child healing for you. So what else, Spirit, does group 3 need to know about this future spouse, future partner? We have twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. So that's why there's so much mirroring that I'm getting here. So yes, I would say you guys do have inner child healing that you're going to be doing through this person. Obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. Interesting. I think it's mirrored. Honestly, I think it's mirrored. Pretty much everything from the very beginning has been giving me that vibe. This person does struggle with obsessive thoughts. They could be, like heavy Scorpio energy. This could be somebody who's possessive or maybe just someone that's in their head a lot when it comes to relationships. But yeah, the twin flame is it's a strong mirroring effect, right? And it makes sense with everything that we've been talking about here. Maybe you guys are kind of learning not to let others' emotional reactions or anger trigger you, you know? You're learning that it's not necessarily about you, it's about this person's inner work. Let's see. What else, Spirit, for group 3? We have confusion. What else do they need to know about this person? Oops. The self-worth, and there's a mirror here. Interesting. I think this person is still working through some stuff from their past when you guys meet them, especially with this confusion card and the self-worth. Like, again, they're trying to set healthy boundaries for themselves coming into meeting you, right? And so they may still be sorting through some stuff that's, you know, like in their head from the past, moving through some healing work as it pertains to their own independence when you guys meet each other. And with this twin flame and this mirror, I think that there is this mirrored effect between you guys where you guys are both going to be mirroring the self-worth stuff back to each other. So it's not even just this person. I feel like it's both of you. So let's see, group 3. Let's see who this is. Let's get some more info. And look, as I'm shuffling, Scorpio showing itself. So maybe Scorpio or Leo energy is significant here. Oh, look at that. Leo and feminine energy coming out. So maybe for some of you, this is a woman. But let's see. Or just a man that's more leaned back. Okay. So, flying out of the deck, we do have coming in to offer resources and stability. That's always nice in a partnership, right? We have the Year of the Rat. This says intelligent, adaptable, resourceful, quick-witted, charming, artistic, and sociable. So these could be characteristics of this person. I definitely think with the Teacher, this is a really smart person for sure. Let's see. And then we have Virgo energy coming through as well. Hardworking, diligent, modest, and loyal, critical, perfectionistic, and overthinker. I think that's where the confusion comes from. I think this person is definitely an overthinker. They get in their head about things. Cancer energy, and then the mirror coming up again at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so you guys are going to be mirroring a lot to each other, I feel like, with that twin flame energy. And it feels like it's connected to self-worth and inner child work. So let's take a look at your cosmic contract with this person, group 3, to try to understand what your soul is learning from them as you guys get into this relationship. The backstabber. This has come up in every single reading. This says, I will shock you beyond belief. One more. And then we have talent. I'm supportive of your dreams. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we do have karmic person. I will bring out your worst traits, but do you notice this here? The little teddy bear. This is a direct connection back to the inner child stuff, you guys. So I think it's just something to be mindful of, right? I think that you and this person are both going to be pulling up each other's inner child wounds through this connection. You're going to be mirroring it back to each other. So I would say be prepared for that. Be prepared to notice that in yourself. There's potential here for this to be tumultuous if you're not doing the inner work and being aware of your own stuff. And it's not up to you to fix this person or heal this person or anything like that. They have to do their own healing. I think they're trying to do that. But just be mindful that there is something about your inner child that's being triggered to each other that could cause challenges here with this backstabber. But this is beautiful with this talent energy. I'm supportive of your dreams. So I think this person is going to be really nurturing and uplifting of the things that you guys do. Like they're going to really believe in you, which it makes sense with the sun. And I think this is mirrored, right? Again, I think it's both of you with that power couple energy with the sun. It's like you both elevate each other and support and uplift each other and view each other as being, like magnetic, right? I think that's really beautiful. We do have marriage too. I'm here to share a common goal with you. And look, there's mirroring. I will act as your reflection. So lots of mirroring. I do think you guys will probably get married to this person for sure. If that's what you want to do. The Empress is here. So that is wifey energy at times. So this is what I see, group 3. Really interesting reading. Comment below. Let me know what's been happening for you in your love life and if you have any clue about who this is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading really soon. Bye.